In this video, I'm going to talk about how I made portfolios, not business cards, and they helped me get my first art career job. These really helped me out a lot. Well, good morning, gang. It's Monday for me, so it's probably Tuesday for you guys. I wanted to talk a little bit about my portfolios that I made for Lightbox. I kind of went over these on my Instagram, but I didn't show everything. I wanted to show you guys a little bit more in depth. I want to show my thought process. I want to talk about how I made them, and eventually I'll make a video show you guys exactly how I made them. I'm just like time crunching right now, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do what I want to do for Lightbox, so let's just start this, alright? Okay, so every year, sometimes I give myself a little bit over a week, sometimes I do the day before Lightbox, but this first one, I gave myself a couple weeks, but I think I procrastinated and I waited until like the last week to do this, and then I waited for the last day to print them up. I don't know why I do that. I always wait until the last day. It's just something about like the time crunch, and it just motivates me, makes me keep going. I don't know. Anyways, I don't think I've ever seen anybody do this. I'm pretty sure they have. I just never seen it. But I was thinking about it. Like, a lot of people say like you need to stand out when you go to these conventions and stuff like that. So I was like, I'm going to Lightbox. I don't want to bring a business card, because what do you do with business cards? You just put them in your pocket, or you forget you have them and you throw them away or something like that. So I didn't want people to throw them away, and I'm glad I made these. This is my first one ever, and it's basically supposed to be like 1950s inspired. I got like some references for like some ads from 1950 blenders, so I put like very cool, which is just what I thought would be funny, and it would kind of like distract you from these being blender topics, like fast reflexes. Okay, that's also throwing you off. It's not a blender yet, but ease of use, that's a blender. Option for quick pulse and blending, that's clearly a blender. Capacious or capacious, I don't know what that word is. It was on the blender ad, so I added it. Low noise during usage, ease of cleaning, portable, question mark, reliable. Yes, blenders are reliable. Well, the blender I saw and this blender, I mean me, I'm reliable. It says right here, hello, my name is Jesse. Also, the title of this one is called This Is Not a Resume, but it is a resume. And then also the front says food reviewer, like my business card. I'm like a food reviewer. And then I cross it out. I'm an artist. I love drawing. Special price, 5 stars. Wow, very good at everything. My mom, or just mom. I wish he was my son. Dad. I thought that was funny. Pretty funny. Okay, we're gonna flip in here, open this thing. So I try to throw the QR code everywhere. Like, you'll notice I go crazy and I put it everywhere. You can kind of tell like by the handwriting, it was rushed. Usually a lot of the times when I notice people make like flyers and ads and stuff like that, I notice their handwriting, their digital handwriting, and I can tell that they rushed it, because I do the same thing. This was rushed. I did this like the night before, leaving to LA, 5-hour drive, but I got it done. Anyways, my name is on all social media. My name is the same on all social medias. Boom, except for here, because my name was taken, BAESD.world. All right, I'll read this to you guys. Yo, I'm Jesse, but online I go by Baes. I didn't have time to order business cards. I didn't have time, but I also didn't have money to do it, so I didn't have time to order business cards. So I came up with this brilliant idea of making a mini art pamphlet instead. After pulling a few all-nighters this past week and totally not regretting my brilliant idea, here we are. I'm a freelance artist trying to break into the industry. I would appreciate any feedback. Thank you for taking the time to check out my art. I probably rewrote this multiple times, but some of these characters I created for the Nickelodeon artist program. Like these turnarounds I created for the artist program, and then these poses, I think I created these during that week of me trying to make this portfolio. This is a character from my comic. It's called Silverwood. I have like 3 episodes on Webtoon. I never got to finish it because, you know, I got that motivation to do it, and I sat there and drew all night for like a week, and I edited word bubbles and all that, and I just never, I was like, that was like a lot of time I didn't have, so I never got back to it. But that's these characters. So I included turns, and then I was like, okay, well, I have to have poses. My poses are so stiff back then. This was 2022. Also, this is another character I made for that week. The character's name is Hope, I believe. It is based on Trunks from Dragon Ball Z, and I just realized I never draw any girls. I had to have some I had to widen my variety of characters, and then animals also. I never draw animals either. So this was like the start of me drawing, what is it called, anamorphic or something like that characters. This is my character. I forgot what I named him. I think his name was Pike, and he's like a red panda or something. Yeah, red panda. He's like a knight. This is like a D&D inspired type of story I had. This is like a character I made based on my brother, and then these are like from my sketchbook. Another story I have for this character where he's like a ninja or something like that. This was his companion, which is my other brother. And then these characters I think I did the day before, I want to say. I don't remember actually, but I know I did a lot of these like that week. I went on Pinterest and I just got like some fashion pumpkin inspired character. I think it was like, well, October. Yeah, so it was like Halloween time. And then we have these animal characters. I love these characters so much. Like their shapes, how small they are, and they're like little hype beasts. I remember what I called them: shark, owl, cat, rabbit, and they're super high fashion. Pretty cool. I think I got like these inspirations from Pinterest also. Just trying to do different stuff. And then this was the 30th anniversary fan art, which I really liked drawing. All my favorite cartoons from Cartoon Network. I mean, I should have threw Samurai Jack in there, but I think I had just downloaded like a new brush and I really liked the way the brush looked. It's super inky and I just love the way these characters came out. I would love to draw these more. Thank you for looking at my work. Remember that thing you scanned on the first page? You didn't scan it yet? Okay, no problem. Here it is again. LOL, thank you. Look at that rushed handwriting. You tell that thing is rushed, bro. Then we go to the back, baestar.com, which I do not have anymore. And then it says, oh, here's that thing to scan again. Awkward, because you didn't scan it the first time. I don't even know if this QR code works anymore, but that's the first one. I said it on my Instagram. I think this one is what jump started my animation journey, because I already wanted to get into cartoons. I went to Lightbox 2022. I was super anxious. I was like nervous to talk to people, and then that's when I met the recruiter for Nickelodeon, and I gave her my portfolio, right? And we talked for like a minute, and then I didn't think anything of it, and then I noticed on Instagram, maybe like 2 months later, something like that, she actually pinned my portfolio to her cubicle, and I commented. I was like, oh shoot, thank you for pinning it, this and that. This is, she like remembered it was me. And then fast forward like a year later, or 2 years actually, she's the one who ended up recruiting me for Titmouse. So I feel like this book helped me the most. And also it's like, and also my inspiration for this one, just being like, you could tell it's like Cradle Creek heavy. I was just like super into like that super cartoony style, and I feel like, and it just like motivated me every single time I would draw. Would just try to imitate that style, but make it my own, you know. But yeah, this book, I think this one helped me almost the most. I have one more I wanted to show you guys. I mean, the one I'm going to show you at the end, I feel like really, I don't know, we'll talk about it. All right, next one. 2023, I mentioned on Instagram, it was like a blur. I don't remember going to Lightbox 2023, and I didn't go actually. I just remembered because I was supposed to meet up with some friends, and I ended up having to miss out like last minute. But this one is titled, This Might Be My Portfolio. Kind of wish it was a Mexican pizza. Missed those. At the time, Mexican pizzas weren't at Taco Bell. I was to say, or an iPhone 15. Those had just came out, I guess. I can't actually tray flip, but I can draw. Or can I? Lightbox 2023. Okay, I try to be funny. I mean, I'm reading it now, I'm not laughing, but at the time I was writing, I was like, that's pretty funny. Oh look, that stinky QR code is back, and it's like a fart. Maybe if you scan it, it will go away. Maybe. Here's my links again. Everything's like kind of small here. All right, let me read to you guys. Yo, I'm Jesse, but online I go by Base. I didn't have time to order business. Wait, this is the same thing. I didn't have time to order business cards, so I came up with this brilliant idea of making mini art pamphlets. After pulling a few all-nighters this past week and totally not regretting my brilliant idea, here we are. I am a freelance artist trying to break into the industry. I would appreciate any feedback. Thank you for taking the time to check out my art. Based. And I never gave this one to anybody. No, I don't think anybody has this one. But yeah, just copied and pasted because it's like the same story. I literally did this the same week as Lightbox. But I added, I'm a freelancer, I guess. These characters I remember making, I think I made these for the Nick Artist program also. But then I did turnarounds, I think, for the Nick Artist program. I don't remember. But this is Bay, a young kid who loves and one street ball. Only thing he loves more than street ball is honey buns. That's like his booster. He eats honey buns and he's just unstoppable on the court. My name is Tap. He's cool. Okay, so this is a story I made called The Sauce. It's about like 5 kids who play street ball and they all need new shoes. Their shoes are like destroyed and they enter a competition to win some new shoes, and all their names are based on sauce, like hot sauce. So Bay, this is Old Bay hot sauce, and then Tap is based on Tapatio hot sauce, and he's like the leader. Well, they're both the leader. Them two are the leader, and he eats hot Cheetos all the time, but they're called Hots. Here's the rest of the crew. This one is dang it, I forgot everybody's name. Lula, and she's based on Cholula hot sauce. This one is, I don't remember. I know he's Frank. He's Frank's hot sauce, Frankie. This is Chris. He's based on Crystal hot sauce. What was this guy's name? Let's temporarily call him Valentino because it's also a hot sauce. But he's based on hot sauce also. I just can't remember which hot sauce he was based on. They're all based on hot sauce though. And then this is like characters I got to do for a cartoon idea that was gonna happen, but it didn't happen. And I'm kind of glad I got to do these because it kind of helped me expand my animal drawing portfolio because I don't really draw animals that much. Here's more of my character from the other story from the year before. His name is Turtle. These are more poses of him like trick-or-treating and fighting. It's like a story based on a kid who he gets like bags snatched on Halloween. Halloween, which happened to me in real life. But instead of me going home and telling my dad, and this kid, he fights back. He goes and looks for his candy, and they end up like jumping him, and he just gets like that. He wants revenge, so he goes and finds all the kids one by one and ends up like befriending some of them, and then he beats up some of them, and he gets his candy back, and he finds out the bully is like a bully, hates bullies, so he has to fight the bully. He needs the candy for a certain thing. There's a reason why he wants candy, otherwise he wouldn't care. But this candy, it's like valuable, it's like currency. He needs it for something, a secret something, and I have it written. I just don't have it drawn up or put anywhere, but soon. Now, here's a fan art page. That this year I did some more fan art, and I thought it would be cool to include it because I got the Brothers Boom Listen Your Style thing that I did, which is one of my favorite drawings of that year, I would have to say. My spider Sona that I made during, well, I first introduced this character when the first Spider-Verse movie came out. I think we made this in like 2020, but this one is like, I ended up cleaning him up a little bit and doing more poses. But his name is like Daddy Longlegs, which is like a joke, aka Thwip. But this is my spider Sona, and his colors are purple, gray, and white. I think I'm gonna change those though. I don't know, I might revamp them. Here's more of my Spider-Man fan art. I put a little note here. I tried drawing in different styles every time I drew a new character. Yeah, they're all in like different styles. My Spider-Verse fan art addiction. So it's kind of like a zine, and this is like my favorite drawing ever. It's based on Mutant Mayhem. It's a self-portrait in the Mutant Mayhem art style. I don't know if you pay attention to Mutant Mayhem, like a lot of the pedestrian civilians look ugly and gross and their eyes are all lopsided, so I wanted to draw myself like that. So I tried to make myself even uglier. I think I kind of got it. Anyways, thank you for looking at my work. Man, it's still here. Just scan it already, or at least open a window. Jeez. And I wish I could add like sound effects to the book. Like you open it, it just goes and it's like farting, flies and all that. Then you close it. Can someone tell me why my QR spray smells so bad? And it says fart flavor on the can, fart flavor. So I'm the reason why the QR code stinks, I guess. That's 2023. Nobody has this one, I don't think. 2024. This one I gave to a few people. This one I try to make it look like a notebook, and it's based on like the school notebooks, and it says here it's supposed to say, I think, Mead or something like that. 120 sheets, college ruled notebook. And then I put a little joke. It says, your mom goes to college, I drew Napoleon Dynamite. If you guys don't know Napoleon Dynamite, top 5 comedies ever. Not actually 120 sheets because it's only like 12 or something. These are all my stickers. I think this one is like an unfinished version. There might be some blank pages in here. First, it's me. I pull this little lever. It says click. So I don't know if anybody even caught on to that, but you have to pay attention to that. Doesn't this look scannable? Or does this look scannable? All right, here's my new About Me page. Hey, how's your lightbox experience so far? I just got here, but the food court looks really nice. I don't think Lightbox even had a food court. Anyways, I'm Jesse, but my matrix name is BAESD. Crazy I said that. My main goal is to be a character designer, but I'm slowly learning to storyboard and 3D model. I'm a self-taught artist that loves drawing cartoons, gaming, streaming, and collecting anything that has to do with Dragon Ball Z. This is true. Seriously, it's a problem. I own like 12 Dragon Ball Z Reese's Puff boxes unopened. What can I even do with those? I'm yapping a little. I would love any feedback, good or bad. I'm really hoping to learn and grow from this year's Lightbox, so I appreciate your time so much. Thank you. There's no comma. There's no space there. Also, don't forget to scan that little QR code guy. He seems pretty chill. And I put some of my interests: Blender, PlayStation, Dragon Ball. I need more DBZ. All my everything. Okay, now these, I remember doing these like the day before Lightbox. And I noticed here I put notes, you can't even read them. Blankman 1994, I remember watching this a million times. Cool gadgets that he made himself. So it's supposed to be Blankman, like my version of it. I actually had just gotten a portfolio review from an artist at Disney, and they told me my characters, I should redraw characters based on IPs. Like, you know, people always do Wizard of Oz, they always redraw Wizard of Oz. And he said, do something you love, like a movie you love or something like that, redraw those characters as cartoon characters. And so I was like, Blankman, I love Blankman. I never see Blankman art anywhere. So this is Blankman, if you didn't know. So I redrew Blankman because it's already like an established IP, so people know who he is. You're just doing your take on it. Action poses, slap me and call me Susan. That's like a funny part in the movie. Oh, that's like me putting another joke. Did you scan the QR code? I think that QR guy loves it. Okay. Kevin! He always says Kevin, that's his brother. All right, next page. Okay, so I had this story which was based on my brother. Again, it kind of ties into it, one of those other stories. It's always about bullying. Okay, so these guys, if you can tell, they look like the Guinea Force. Like this is Raccoon, Birder, Jace, Goldo, and Captain Ginyu. So I made like these characters are like, there's like a bully organization, right? This kid gets sick of being bullied, and one day he fights back a bully, and he realizes like he has like this power that only allows him to fight bully. He can't fight anybody else. Like he's just like a regular kid who hates fighting, but when it comes to bullies, he's just like a menace. He can just destroy bullies. So he destroys bullies, and then he gets paid from other schools to fight bullies. And once everybody finds out his skill, he goes to different schools beating up bullies. He doesn't want to beat them up at first, but then he ends up having to fight. And then he gets to the end of the bully chain, and it turns out it's like a high school instead of his middle school. And at the high school, he's like beating up older kids, and he finds out that's where bullies are made, basically, because the principal at the high school makes bullies, and he has the bullies make their little brothers into bullies. And it's like a whole like crime organization thing going on, but in school. And this is like the bully. It's called the Dragon's Lair, and then this is a dragon. His name is a dragon. He has unlocked power, learns to defend himself. He just like destroys everybody, and there's like parts where like free falling out of the sky fighting and stuff like that. I think oh yeah, right here, this was like my first ever. I don't even know if you can see it. He's like free falling, like beating up like 10 bullies at a time. I just imagine like Kung Fu Hustle meets like Craig of the Creek meets like Scott Pilgrim versus the World. That was like my inspiration. The Dragon's Lair. Oh yeah, like he says he loves it because once he starts beating up bullies, he loves beating them up. Orion gets bullied, but one day he fights back. He finds out he's actually a good fighter. Whoa, wow. Could that be something? Copyrighted, please don't take that. The Dragon Exploration. Too short. Oh yeah, I put more exploration because I've done a few portfolio reviews, and they always say like include sketches, include your exploration, show your process on how you got to the final design. So these are a few designs before I got to the final. Some more anthropomorphic or animal, whatever. These are more Pinterest designs that is just merged with animals. I want to get better at drawing animals in my style, so I combine them with some of my favorite style trends. I was on Pinterest for hours. This one's inspired by Maddie Matheson. And then look what happens. Okay, you remember at the beginning, you pull the lever, it says click, and then they mention like QR guy. Now it's like falling through the roof. This is like crack, and it's like falling. Maddie Matheson says, oh look, that QR dude is back. So I don't know, I thought that was funny. I don't know, it might not be funny anymore, I guess. And then yeah, blank page because I think I'm missing a page because this is just like a prototype, I guess. Then I added some sketchbook pages. Spider-Man has to be my all-time favorite here after Goku, of course. Yeah, nah, actually, but Spider-Man's better than Goku. Some skater dudes. My D&D party world building, character design, prop design. I started this project as a way to have my community participate in my art videos and also have them join my party. This is when I was on Instagram and I was posting every day like, hey, comment some characters for a D&D thing, and we were just drawing a bunch of D&D characters every day, which I want to do again. Yeah, that one's my favorite. I really put like some shape languages in that one. Playing around with some pens in my sketchbook. As of 10/2/24, I'm on episode 139. I'm glad I put that because I haven't watched it since. Goku solos. Yes, Goku solos. More sketchbook pages. Doing studies of some of my favorite characters and artists. DBZ is still the best stuff. I can't remember who I was studying. I know these are like some Toriyama and some Torotaro. I can't remember exactly who the other characters, like who the artists were. This is just me playing with pens. More doodles of 2024. Just drawing a bunch of like cartoon characters. And in my Elden Ring playthrough, I drew some characters during my playthrough. This one has like a flip up. And then myself playing with markers that I got. Then my little lightbox promotional art I did. And then, dude, you didn't scan it, and now he's unscannable. You made him drop his like last four French fries. And then the QR code's crying, I have a family. This is funny because, I mean, I said this on Instagram, there's no punchline here, but there was this Vine back in, 2012, 2013, King Batch, actually. And the caption was that awkward moment when this happens to you or something like that, or a relatable moment. And it was like somebody punched him in his pocket, and his pocket was full of spaghetti, and he fell, and he was like, his spaghetti was spilling all over the floor. He was just crying.
Whoa, you good, man?
I would cry when I watched that Vine. It was just so stupid. So that was the inspiration for this one. I dropped my 4 French fries, and he has a family. Okay, what's that have to do with anything? Anyways, I wonder what happens when you scan that. Yeah, I wonder. All right, that was 2024. This one, I actually gave this one to Titmouse at Lightbox. So I feel like this one helped me get the mentorship as well. Because literally, a month later, they emailed me and said if I wanted the interview. And I was like, yes, sir. Okay, for San Diego Comic Con, my first year at San Diego, and I thought I might as well just make a portfolio for this one too. I ended up giving it to only a few people, but I just copied my 2024 one and just made it green, added some new stickers. But boom, right in your face, QR code. You have to have it big, man. You have to tell them to scan it or they're not going to scan it. Here's my little yap. I'll read it to you guys because I said on Instagram also, every time I can, as much as I can, I have to just mention Titmouse because I love Titmouse so much. They gave me my first break into the doors of animation. Yo, how's your SDCC going so far? I haven't seen too much, but the food court. I copied this one too, my Lightbox one. I literally copied my Lightbox one. I haven't seen too much, but the food court looks pretty nice. Yeah, it was alright. Anyways, no space there. I'm Jesse, but my online name is Baseroad. Branding, LOL. My main goal is to be a character designer, but right now I'm teaching myself background painting and 3D modeling. I just finished up my mentorship at Titmouse where I learned so much about the animation pipeline and how to be a better character designer. I love drawing cartoons, gaming, making YouTube videos, and collecting anything that has to do with Dragon Ball Z. Seriously, it's a problem. I own like 12 Reese's Puffs boxes. Unopened. We can't even do with these. Okay, so I just copy and pasted basically, just added some Titmouse. But I'm yapping. I would love any feedback, good or bad. I'm really hoping to use my time at San Diego to grow and learn from the best. So I appreciate your time so much. Thank you. Also, don't forget to scan a little QR code to check out my portfolio. Page 1. Okay, I start including more of my Titmouse work here. Here's some work. Also, last minute writing here. I can tell. Here's some work I finished from my time at Titmouse as a mentee in 2025. I had too much fun. Common side effects. Some Gentry Chow stuff. I also included my inspiration for these characters. I heard that's a good thing to include. My Gentry Stoner for my Titmouse test. This show is so good. This just breaks it all down. Oh, Fairfax. I love Fairfax. Here's a few designs from the test at Titmouse. Me as a Stugo character. My Stugo Sona. I included this in my Lightbox one. Oh yeah, okay, so I'm including some of the old stuff too. The main character Ryan learns he has the power to stop bullies. He gets hired by other schools to defeat bullies. Takes damage. Hates fighting, so he gets sad. Is he an airbender, question mark? I don't know. Oh, and I put like his shape language or whatever. Like he's just a circle and a cylinder. Or a circle and an oval. That's what his head shape is. Oh, this is my Inktober for 2024. Concepts for my cyberpunk western space cowboys. I had an idea. I wanted my Inktober to be based like a story, like a D&D kind of story thing, but it was going to be all like animals because I have to get better at drawing animals. So every day I do like a cyberpunk western. I don't remember what I called it, but it's probably on my Instagram somewhere, but all the characters are based on animals, cyberpunk, cowboys, and I got a lot of compliments on this. And when I showed my portfolio to a few people, they said this is like my best work. I should include at the top of my portfolio, and that made me pretty happy. I like that. Thank you. Here's some more characters. I think this pug is like my favorite one. He's like goofy. Okay, then we have this Cyclops and this Luchador. So I downloaded a new brush, and here's a few drawings I did that same day. IDK what it is, but when I get a new brush, it makes me want to create. Please create, man. So I did some Cyclops fan art, which did it on Instagram. Nobody liked it. I got like 100 likes. It's okay. This is a Luchador who always pops up on my Pinterest. Yes, on Pinterest I always get this Luchador, so I drew him. Bronx, the box turtle. He fights to keep his waters clean. He loves Jennifer Lopez for some reason, and he's a champ. So we did an Instagram character design challenge, and the character was supposed to be like a fighter and like a sea animal. So I drew a sea turtle, but he lives in like the Brooklyn, or he lives like in the Bronx like river. So he kind of like got washed up there, and that's his home. And he's like super like into fighting, and he only fights people who come and try to litter in his waters, and he beats them up. Some Spider-Man fan art. I draw Spider-Man so much, my feed is always filled with cool cosplay, so I use these dope pics as practice. I always try new techniques and different brushes. Can you read my handwriting? Spider-Man? Spider-Man? Cool fan, Spider-Man? Pretty cool. I like this brush, and I was trying to practice values here. So I started in grayscale, and then I added color after. Okay, these, I love these, and I hate these. Well, I draw tons of spider people. Here's a few after just finishing Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Love that show. I wanted to draw the final suit in different art styles. So the first one is supposed to be, okay, if you watch the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, his suit just has like a little bit different details than the normal Spider-Man. He has like these lines. So this is supposed to be him in like the Spider-Verse style. This is supposed to be him in like the 90s, kind of like the Spider-Man Unlimited style. And then this is just in the normal style, but 2D instead of 3D. And then these are after the Marvel Tocon Micron fighting game got announced, I wanted to draw the suit, and I wanted to draw like skins that I want in the game, like different suit ideas or something like that. And I was like, man, we have to have a Miles suit, but we also have to have Miles in the game. But if we don't, I would like the suit. These are like my 2 all-time favorite Spider-Man suits: the Superior Spider-Man and then the 10th anniversary Miles suit. They're so dope. I love it. I love it. Then I have more just doodles of my brother. I keep making cartoons based on my brother, but I don't know what this one's going to be about. I just wanted to draw him for his little anniversary thing. I like the shapes I used here, like straight, sharp edges and rounds. I don't know. I feel like I got way better. Qui-Gon Jinn can be Goku. Yeah, right. And then here's my portfolio link. Thank you for your time. Hey, what's up? That QR code dude's annoying. And then scan this. Imagine what would happen if you scan this QR code thingy. Yeah, that's I forgot where I got this face from. I think I got it from like Adventure Time or Creek of the Creek or something like that. I can't remember. It looks like an Adventure Time face kind of, but I'm pretty sure it's Creek of the Creek. Inspiration. Okay, last one. This one is like authentically made. It's like I got it made through Amazon's print on demand. I think this was like $10 or something to make one, maybe less. I don't remember. It could have been like $5, but or $7. I don't know. So I had to plan on making like an art book because a lot of people were asking me to make an art book. So I made this one during the stay-at-home times, 2021. And so nobody has this one, I don't think. I think I sent it to a few people, but this one's super empty. It's the most professional one. Like the quality is good. The cover's like satin or soft or something like that. It says, welcome to the base roll. This sketchbook is a collection of my art and sketches from 2021. I show my process of designing original characters and stuff I study to get good. So I hope you guys enjoy this book and keep rocking in the free world. Doodle. Oh my gosh, bro, shut up. Okay. This is another story I have that a lot of people who have been following me for a while know the story. I changed it to Lost in the World, but I think the story started out, it was called Warped, and then Nickelodeon made a show called Warped, so I changed it to Warptro. But then I thought that was like too short, so I was like, okay, I want like a little catchphrase type of thing, so Lost in the World. Okay, let me break down this story real quick. So the main character's named Sky. He plays this game. It's kind of like League of Legends, and he's like addicted to it, and then one summer he has to spend with his cousins. These are his cousins. They're twins, and his little sister. He has to spend it with his cousins, but he doesn't want to like get off the game, and he doesn't really have anything in common with his cousins. So when he goes to spend night with his cousins for the summer, he finds out that they love the game too, and they spend their whole summer playing that game, and then they end up getting like not lost. They don't get pulled into the world, but it's kind of like the episode of South Park where they play World of Warcraft, where they're like playing the game, but it looks like they're in the world because they're having so much fun. That's what it's supposed to be like. They're having like so much fun bonding, and their character, you get to watch their characters in the game, and that was the story. Like they're in the world of, I forgot what I called it, like Camp's Tale, I think it was. Basically the end of each issue or episode, if it was a show, the camera would pan from the TV screen to their face, and they would just look like zombies, and then the mom would be like, it's dinner time or something, and they would just like snap out of it, and they're basically like zombies all day. Anyways, main character is Sky, and then his cousins, and then his little sister. The names are like kind of like placeholders, but I never got to do this story. But this is like my first story I ever like wanted to write in like 2013 or 2014 is when I started making characters for this, and I never did anything with it. But I had the idea for a long time. And the idea is really generic. Like a lot of people do it, but I still want to do it. And this was gonna be like his in-world skin game like design. That's how he looks in the game. He's like a stealthy like thief type character. Like if you would play like Skyrim or Oblivion, he's just super stealthy. And then his cousins are like giants, and then his little sister, I don't know what she was. I don't remember. I don't think I got that far. But here's more of their designs. I redrew him so many times. Costume designs, sketches. I think at this time I was taking an online class for gesture drawing. Shoes, I want to get better at shoes, so I started drawing a lot of shoes. Yeah, this was from a class that I took. This Adventure Time one I redid. Some more Spider-Man dudes. This one was pretty popular. My redesign for a homemade suit, which I hate it now. I want to redo it because I could probably do way better now. My Team Rocket Sona, Pokemon Trainer Sona, my favorite Pokemon, Logic, X, some rapper stuff. I used to do a lot of rap art. That was like my whole thing. Some studies, some design, some more rap stuff. I really like this Joji one. Pretty cool. More rap, Post Malone. Remember he used to rap? My skateboard designs for the Braille contest that I won, and I got my skateboard made. And then this was just me. I made like this X drawing. Like a lot of people followed me for this one. I had like, man, I don't even remember. Like, how many does it say I have here? 3,000 likes. But somebody reposted it and pretended like they made it, and they got like 20,000 likes or something like that. And then X commented on their post, and then I posted that it was like mine. and he commented and said, "Oh, you did so good on this." And I was like, "Thank you, bro." But that's crazy that he commented on it. Anyways, a drawing I did in 2017, and then I redrew it again in 2021. I love the original, but the redraw one is more cleaner in my opinion. So the redraw is way more cleaner, but it's uglier. I think I like this one better. I don't know. I could probably do better now. I should do a new one. More sketchbook pages, and then check out my work here. That's it. That one's official. So this is the one I think that helped me really start my art career. The video I made the other day where I said I am going to be starting my art career and I have a job now. This is the one I gave to them, to the people who hired me, and I think I'll just give you a hint. It has to do with cars. So I think they saw that because they saw this image I had on my Artist Alley table, and they started talking to me about it, and we started chatting, and then they said they liked this, and then I gave them this, and they said they would keep in touch, and they came back to my table again the next day, and then so I feel like this one really helped out. So if you're an artist, I feel like now if I'm making this in this video, like, people catch on. I don't see people do this too often. I feel like this is a really good idea just to show your art. It shows that you can make stuff, because I mean, I made it. It shows you can show your process, you can show everything. You just need a printer and paper and time, because this takes so long. I only print like 10 to 15 of these every time I go to these shows, because they take hours and hours and hours to print. Not only to print, to make the file, it takes hours, man. Like, literally, I do it every year and I forget how to do it every year, and it's just like a process just to figure it out. So what I do is, like, I take a page of blank paper, I'll write 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'll format it, and then I'll go into my computer and memorize where these numbers are. I'm gonna make a video about it so I could come back to the video every time I forget to. If you're an artist going to Lightbox, if you're an artist going to Artist Alley, if you're going anywhere, I suggest business cards are cool. I love business cards because I give them just to like regular people who just like collecting art. But there's always people at these conventions, and I always want to give them something more than a business card. So I feel like a portfolio that is a business card, it's also a physical thing that they can like keep on their bookshelf or something if they want. I mean, I don't see people throwing these away, but I'm pretty sure somebody I've given this to forgot about it and threw it away. But it's fine. It's just like 5 sheets of printer paper that I folded in half, so it's not a big deal. A little bit of ink, a little bit of time, it's okay. But it helped me out a lot. I think I would like to ask all the people that I gave one to, or all the people who have given me opportunities, I would like to ask them if this helped me out a lot. And I'm going to do that when I go to Lightbox. I'm going to talk to some of the people I gave one to, some of the people at Tim House. I'm going to say, hey, did this help me at all? And then I'll choose the final decision that was made. Like, did this help me or did it not? I think it helped me. I think this one and the green one helped me the most. But that's just my theory, art theory. Anyways, thank you guys for this random video. I just had an idea. I wanted to show you guys these because a lot of people were asking me about them. I always see a lot of people, it's always like 2 or 3, but it's like, that's more than enough for me to do a video about. But thank you guys. Thank you for watching. Shout out to my Patreons. I'm uploading new sketchbook pages on my Patreons if you guys want to go. It's free. You just have to go to my Patreon and follow or something like that, and you can see all my sketchbook pages. We're working on a new story for Lightbox right now. I have a whole story made. I want to break it down for you guys, but I'm thinking I'm going to wait to tell you about this story when I do my portfolio tutorial on how to make one. But I have a new story. It's about 5 characters. It's always 5. Why I always make this so hard for myself, drawing more characters? Anyways, I have logo design, I have character design, I have prop design, and I have background design, all in this sketchbook, and I'm hoping I can finish it before Lightbox. And it's gonna be like so hard because I start my job like next week, and I don't know if I have time to do it, and I don't even know if I have time to like edit videos anymore. I'm kind of like scared about that because I don't want to stop editing videos, even though I have nothing to talk about most of the time. But I'm yapping. This video is probably already super long and I have to edit it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope this helps you guys. And if you guys end up making one of these, please tag me. Let me know. I would like to know. I would like to see what you guys made. Okay, please create something. Please create. Thank you. Have a good one. Peace out.